Hello everyone, welcome to TOI Digital. We are back again with our daily show on Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. We've got Dwaipen Datta who's joining us from Chennai. Gaurav Gupta joins us from Mumbai. And very shortly, we'll also have Nitin Naik joining us from Mumbai as well. Dwaipen, welcome back to the show. Everyone's been waiting for you, and some even wondered whether you have gone off to fight the BR elections because you were not available to join us on the show here. Thanks a lot. Dwaipen, just wanted to talk about tomorrow's. Yeah, we've already got a comment from Priyanshu says, "Stop the press. Legend DD sir is back. He may be busy in contesting for BR CM election." Okay, DD, I just wanted to check with you about tomorrow's fifth and final T20 international. What should ideally be the approach for India? Should they leave out Shubman Gill, considering the fact that there's a big season coming up of Test cricket and also various other formats? Because remember, he plays all three formats, and at some level, has India got themselves in a bind with Shubman Gill now? He can't be left out in any format.
No, he's there with the team. So, by not playing him and keeping him for preserving him for test matches when he's sitting there doesn't make sense. That part of the logic does not really work, because if he was being prepared for the test matches, he should have been back and probably playing the India A game like Kuldeep Yadav. So now that he's there, so then the question comes in whether you want to drop him and try somebody else because he is not firing on all cylinders. It's a tricky question. Now the thing is, what kind of a batting approach are you looking at? Are you looking at that because there are so many hitters in the team? You are looking at one player who can hold the innings together with a strike rate of around 130, 140, which Shubman Gill will eventually provide, the kind of job that Virat Kohli used to do, or you are looking at somebody like a Yashasvi Jaiswal who goes bang 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 from ball one. So that is the call that you have to take. I think they have gone with this Shubman Gill idea because they think Shubman Gill kind of a player has to be there in the 11 in the T20s going forward. So if he is there, he might as well play. I don't see a reason why he should not be playing if it is even if it is about the test matches are concerned.
Gigi, with Shubman Gill not being there, what it has also done is that it has eaten up a place for Sanju Samson. Now Sanju can't get back into the 11. They are playing Jitesh Sharma now. There is no reason to leave out Jitesh Sharma, just like there was no reason to break the partnership between Sanju and Abhishek. And Shubman doesn't provide a second skill like Yashasvi can with his leg spin. He can bowl a bit of leg spin. He's bowling quite regularly now, Jaiswal in the nets. Shubman doesn't provide a second skill in the T20 format. Uh, you cannot play another all rounder. You're getting stuck at times because you have only five and a half bowling options. You might need more in the T20 format at times just to bowl an over. Has India gotten themselves in a quicksand because of this problem?
मैं तो कल ही बोल रहा था कि why was when something wasn't broken, why was it sort of made to fix and unnecessarily अभी पूरा सिस्टम हिल गया. अच्छा खासा तुम्हारा संजू सैमसन और ओपनिंग कर रहे थे अभिषेक शर्मा, वो तुमने ओपनिंग बेकार में ब्रेक करके एंड नाउ यू इंट्रोड्यूस्ड ट्राई टू सॉर्ट ऑफ फॉइस्ट गिल इन द टीम and now you're paying the price. Now you're stuck in no man's land. So now you have to persist with Gill till the World Cup and then hope that he comes good. Otherwise, बहुत जल्दी बहुत ज़्यादा push कर दिया गया गिल को in all the formats. I thought that maybe I don't know, maybe Gill was anxious and maybe Gill had a word with Gambhir that he doesn't want to just be recognized as a test specialist. All players want to play all the formats. So maybe that was a thinking. And obviously that leadership thing was there, that उसको captain बना देंगे. But I don't think Surya is going anywhere before the World Cup. So I think बहुत जल्दी हो गया वो. But having said that, I'm also a bit surprised because Gill is a good player. ऐसा नहीं है. Last match में I think he looked good till the time he was there in the middle. He scored somewhat 46 or some odd, right? So he was looking good as long as he was there in the middle. So we cannot completely write him off. I mean, he's a big player. He's a quality player. He'll bounce back, I'm sure.
Nitin, before Gill came into the T20 11, we had this situation where India used to have at least seven bowling options or eight bowling options at times in T20 cricket. It works, sometimes it doesn't work. Australia has about eight or nine bowling options in their T20 11, but they don't have that main wicket taking bowlers in Hazelwood and Cummins and
Yeah,
so on and so forth. So they're struggling because of that. India now, they're caught in a bind because you can't, like in an ideal circumstance, you would have played Dube and Hardik both in the same 11 alongside Aksar and Washington Sundar. So that gives you
yeah,
four all-rounders, that depth. So now with Hardik not being there, you could have brought in NKR if Shubman wasn't there. So is
yeah.
India stuck because of this Shubman Gill question?
Difficult to say. I think what Gambhir and the team management did not bargain for was the fact that they didn't bargain for Surya to lose form so drastically, and I think that they needed a bit of somebody who जो game को चला सके, like in the absence of Kohli in this lineup, somebody maybe who can, you know, supposing if they lose Abhishek, they lose, and in the event of them playing Sanju also, and on in a knockout game, maybe if they're reduced to maybe 30 for 3 or 30 for 2, they need someone who can maybe, you know, control the game a little bit and maybe back for a little bit longer before they can launch. And I seriously did not think that they bargained for Surya to lose form so drastically, and that is why I think they asked, or they made Gill the vice captain, and also saw to it that he's an automatic starter in every game. Although I feel that this series we should not read too much into it, because I think the conditions in India during the World Cup are going to be completely different. And I think the combinations that Gambhir has chosen to play, or I keep on saying Gambhir because I do not know how much say Surya has directly in the playing 11. But um, but the kind of combinations that Gambhir has chosen to play, and even in Australia, I think this is the combination that is going to take the field even in the World Cup. I don't think if Hardik comes back, they're going to play both Varun and Kuldeep in the playing 11. Um, and then because I think Gambhir is very comfortable with Washi in the lineup. So they and I don't think he wants Washi and Akshar to both bowl 4 overs each. Even if between Washi, Akshar, and Dube and Hardik, if they can bowl 10 overs, then I think he's set. So, but he's very comfortable with that extra batting option. So so I think Gill, yes, he's costing you maybe 15-20 runs in the power play, but I think the India is trading for solidity over impact. Yeah.
Uh, Dwapan, we are getting questions from our subscribers. As you can imagine, it's a topic that divides a lot of people. Babai Mitra has a question. He says, "What about so much anchor in modern T20? Anchors are outdated. Stop PR Gill. He's not suited for the T20 format."
I don't know.
Gaurav?
Like, yeah, he gets runs in IPL at a good rate. The IPL is the only benchmark for international T20 cricket in India. Uh, he gets runs in IPL at a very good rate. There is nothing to, when it comes to IPL numbers, there's hardly anything to choose between him, Sanju Samson, Yashasvi Jaiswal. Then it comes down to a matter of personal choice of the team management. So the team management probably feels that they are more comfortable with a player like Gill, who is comes close to the skill sets that Virat Kohli used to bring to the table, and anchor meaning not batting at a strike rate of 95. Uh, he will eventually, if he bats 40 balls, he will score 55 runs. So, which is a strike rate of 135, 140, which is a fair enough strike rate. So, that's a call that what the team management is comfortable with. There are a lot of decisions that we are not comfortable with, but the team management is, like Kuldeep not playing. By not playing Kuldeep, if India wins, then there's nothing to complain. It is at the end of the day, It is about what the team management is comfortable with as long as they're winning. So if they feel Gill is the way to go, they need a player like that. I don't have a problem because I think this Gill, Jaiswal, Samson, among them, the difference is very very less in
So
T20
basically,
cricket.
basically you're saying दुल्हन वही जो पिया मन भाए.
हाँ sorry.
दुल्हन वही जो पिया मन भाए.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल.
मतलब मियाँ बीवी राजी तो क्या करेगा काजी? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Nitin.
Also, Chandresh, I mean, if we saw the first the Melbourne T20 when towards
Good that you're talking about that. I just
yeah.
want there's a related question from Priyanshu who says, why didn't Gill save the collapse in the Asia Cup final and MCG match? Gill has a lot to prove in T20 cricket.
I mean, I'll maybe answer this a bit later, but coming back to Kuldeep and that Melbourne T20, if you saw that, he could not really turn the strike over also. He's a very good defensive bat in Test match cricket, and I think where where the debate over Kuldeep's inclusion comes is supposing he is there with the batter with maybe 12 balls to go, he can be easily restricted if the opposition player captain is a little smart by packing the ring and denying him the single. So that's another area. I think he got what 0 in 5 balls or 0 in 6 balls. I don't know what happened there. Or something similar. I mean, so and with Gill, Asia Cup, I don't think you can call it a collapse if you're 20 for 3. I don't think it's a collapse. Before in a 140 chase, collapse is something like maybe a 20 for 6 or a 40 for 7. 20 for 3, I think India had reasonable a batting lineup to recover from that. Even in the MCG, I mean, I think I was mentioning it a couple of days ago to Sahil that he unfortunately that the fact that he's keeping somebody of the caliber of Jaiswal and Sanju, it seems to be playing on his mind, and so he's trying to play in a fashion that is a bit alien to him. If he just continues to play in the manner that he does for GT when he has Sai Sudarshan at the other end, I think he will be fine. He's still a very, very good batter. Maybe we have put too much on his plate, and I think that what my biggest fear, Chandresh, DD, and GG, all three of you, is the fact that in the quest of making him into an all format superstar, I hope that we don't lose out on the test, the renewed test batter in him or the one day superstar that we have. That's my biggest fear.
Gigi, there's a question that Shubham Sharma has. He says, why is Gill being forced on India's T20 team? He's a proven flat track bully who can't score in testing conditions. Everyone saw he was doing dance versus Hoff at MCG.
Not really. I don't
Off.
entirely agree to. I think he's a far better batsman than just being a flat track bully. England में tour पे जाके sevens is almost coming close to breaking Gavaskar's record to score that many runs. More than 754 runs. I mean that I thought proved his class as a batsman, and he's done well in Australia also in the odd innings. Yes, overseas tests in moving condition where the ball moves around, definitely a lot to prove still. Didn't get runs in a lot of countries in the first part of his career, but now he came sort of off age on that England tour. I always felt that captaincy was sort of he took it by the bull by the horns. He had not proved himself as an overseas batter, unlike Virat Kohli and unlike Rohit Sharma in 21. So sort of hurried into that role, but he took it on well. And I think because वो crisis time पे उन्होंने करके दिखाया, he sort of did that job beautifully, which is why he was rewarded in the other two formats, which happened too soon. But then maybe for good only in ODIs, I would say, because it freed Rohit up of that pressure that he was feeling of captaincy perhaps, and now we can see Rohit really flowing at his best and giving us that confidence that perhaps he can last for 2 more years. He's lost weight also, and looks a completely different batter. Unfortunately, Gill with that captaincy burden in ODIs definitely looks a bit burdened in terms of batting. And in T20s, I've always maintained that I thought that Sanju this thing pairing was going pretty good, Abhishek, and you need not disturb it. For some joy, I don't know why Gill was this whole idea of branding, तीनों format खिलाओ, विराट कोहली अगला discover करो, उस चक्कर में पूरा he just sort of almost destroyed everything. Let's hope that something good comes out of it and there is some this thing. But I thought it was that T20 team need not be touched. That Surya's team. It should have been allowed to stay how it was playing and sort of deal with the T20 format in its own way.
Dwepen, there is a comment from Prasanjit Jana who says, Didi sir, once you said Gill is a perfect T20 player, we saw the outcome Didi sir in recent matches.
Perfect as in he's a good player. Like see, I attach a lot of importance to IPL. He does very well in IPL. Like when IPL is the best club cricket possible in T20 cricket, and he looks a fine player in IPL. So and IPL attacks, most of the IPL attacks are far better than what we see in international T20 cricket. And where has the T20 system been destroyed? I am not exactly understanding, because since the time Gill has come in, India has lost only one T20 game to Australia. So where is this idea of destruction coming in? I don't know. But my only point is, like, it is about the comfort level of the team management. Like we can shout, we can talk, but I have been seeing this for the last couple of years, last few years. In fact, even during the Rahul Dravid era, also there were a lot of decisions that we were not comfortable with. But the team management is comfortable. If the team is comfortable with that, you have to live with that. They must have seen some, because see, Shubman Gill or Jaiswal or Samson is not a Tendulkar. He or even a Virat Kohli, that miles ahead of the others. They are all more or less same class. Same class. Now it is a matter of the team management's choice. Like what they want. They probably want the skill set that Gill brings to the table. That is more important to them. And as far as Sanju Samson is concerned, Jitesh Sharma fits in very well at the back end of the inning. Sanju Samson is a good player, but he does not get runs also pretty often.
Okay, Didi, there is something from Priyanshu which will surely cheer you up. He says, Didi sir, you must be happy Tala confirms his availability for IPL 2026.
Yeah. Thala was always available for IPL 2026. He was never
26 or 36?
So
but having
36
said
Olympics is not
Or
confirmed.
46?
but having said that, this is his last IPL.
Oh, is it?
This is
Before
definitely.
another IPL. Okay.
Huh?
Before another IPL. Last IPL before.
No. This is definitely his last IPL. You will see in a
Oh,
few months' time.
wow.
It is definitely his last IPL, and he is keeping himself away from team building also this time.
Oh, that's a big development.
It's a big
So, so,
development.
so everybody watching the show has to keep a lookout for his Instagram account.
So IPL's, BC moment is arriving, huh? Like that AD BC before Dhoni, after Dhoni IPL, that moment is
Uh,
arriving.
because his
So, but
body is not carrying anymore. It's a bit
His
of fluid
body
so
sports
is
what will
now, but
so what will happen first? Kohli giving up IPL or Dhoni giving up IPL?
I think for both it's their last.
for Kohli
Oh, last
also.
Kohli also. So Kohli will not play the 2027
Acha,
World Cup.
really? Let's see. I'm not sure.
अरे
Oh, Dwepen is
So
making big
if
statements
ये तो
just
वो
if
because Chennai has won a
RCB
T20 World Cup game.
तो
no,
रोहित
if RCB goes to another franchise and the franchise moves cities, then I don't think Kohli will play.
फ्रेंचाइजी बेंगलुरु का ही रहेगा सिटी
Right.
ओनर नया आ जाएगा
Owner change होगा.
ओनर नया आएगा सिटी तो वही रहेगा ओनर नया आएगा ओनर
Okay.
will not have the choice to move cities will be given the Bangalore team that's it
Okay.
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 Abhinav Kumar has a super chat. Nitin, he says, we are jumping the to conclusion so quickly in the case of Shubman. His performance in Dubai and Australia must not be judged. World Cup is to be played in
Correct.
India. I will judge him in a series to be played in India.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, Abhinav, a point well made. 10 games in India against New Zealand and against South Africa. Uh, what has happened is that after the 2024 World Cup, India had embarked on a journey of playing, uh, adventurous, risky cricket, attractive cricket. And after the inclusion of Shubman Gill, we seem to have lost out on that. I think the fans and especially the Sanju Samson sympathizers are saying, and their point also is well made. The fact that why did you have, when you were being very successful, when you were consistently getting 220 plus scores batting first, which was an area of concern uh, in earlier days. Once Sanju and Abhishek got together, India had consistently made 220 plus scores, or albeit against attacks that were not the main bowling attacks of South Africa, and Bangladesh obviously was not a great opposition attack. But I feel that uh, where the Sanju Samson sympathizers are getting offended are that why did you have to change that when you had embarked on a journey under Surya, saying that no, this is the kind of, and Gambhir also was on record saying that yes, there will be days when we'll get bowled out for 120, 130, but more often than not, we'll be a 200 plus team while we are batting first. So once Gill came into the attack, or Gill came into the playing 11, then automatically you became a little bit more conservative and you had to scale down those totals that you were consistently hitting. Um, and I think this is where I think Surya's form has obviously played a part here. I think post what the Gill inclusion happened when post England
Yeah,
post England. Yeah,
yeah.
and I think Surya already had 5 games against England where he had performed poorly, and I think the management also saw that he seemed to be a little troubled against high pace. So that's when I think Gill came into the picture, and Sanju also was troubled by the pace of Jofra Archer against. I think if he had got even 100 or 280 plus scores against that England team here in India, I don't think you would have seen this change. But the fact that Sanju kept failing across 5 games, falling in similar patterns, I think that's what worried the team management.
So, Nitin, I'm just wondering if the Bangladesh tour had happened in August as scheduled, would things have been different in India's white ball cricket? Would Rohit have continued as ODI captain? I've asked both DD and Gigi multiple times this question. I want to ask you the same thing. Would we have had an easier transition for Shubman into the T20 side, first the Bangladesh tour and then Asia Cup?
If because the Bangladesh tour was scheduled after the England tour, and Shubman would have already had the kind of series that he eventually had in England. So I think the selectors, I think, had made up their minds. I don't think the transition for him becoming captain would have been possible had he not had the kind of tour that he had in England. I don't think even the selectors in their wildest dreams thought that he's going to have such a massive series in England. But the fact that he took to captaincy well, the fact that India squared the series, uh, and also he did not seem overawed. But what we saw in the ODI series in Australia was the fact that his captaincy seemed a little bit curbed once Kohli and Rohit were there in the playing 11. Now, how he goes forward with these two people in the playing 11, that's up to him, and his leadership skills. And also, I would give a bit of credit, especially in the third ODI at least. I saw a lot more involvement from Kohli and Virat, in terms of helping Gill out, which I did not see in the first 2 games. Maybe it takes time to to warm up to different kinds of leaders and captains. But to answer your question, yes, I think the selectors had made their mind up once Gill had the kind of series that he had had.
Shubh Gupta has a question for you, Gigi. He says, why was there no victory parade, prize money distribution ceremony organized by BCCI for the women's cricket team, only for photo op and chatter about equal pay? Remember,
नहीं यार,
entire Mumbai city came to a standstill last year.
but you saw what happened in Bengaluru, no? After that, nobody wants to take a chance. No administrator wants to take a chance, which is good only. This emotions में आके बह के हमने देख लिया है कितना बड़ा ट्रेजेडी हो सकता है आरसीबी वाला. ठीक है, उसके बाद there is no point taking a chance. Although Mumbai is far more safer. I'm sorry for the fans in Bengaluru, but then Mumbai has organized victory parades which have been very successful and well attended and without any incident. Thank God for that in the past. But I think in this case it would have been risky because everybody wants a piece of the wants to sort of have a look at the girls, and they want to they've developed a new fan following out of the blue amongst the common man. So if tomorrow if you have a this thing victory parade, I'm sure thousands and thousands will come on the roads, which will create a safety and security situation. So it's better. I think the BCA has acted very prudently, and I thought prize money also was pretty good. ठीक है ना, 83 team got nothing when they won the World Cup. This is just a start. Let them not think that this is the end. हमने बहुत 100 करोड़ 150 करोड़ 200 करोड़ आ गए. This is the start. You win more, you get more prize money. This is a start. So I think BCA has acted very, very, sort of rationally. They have not got carried away by the occasion, both in terms of prize money and in terms of victory parade and all. And I think overall, PM has met them, the president has met them yesterday, and then various state government today. The Maharashtra chief minister met the Maharashtra players, Smriti Mandhana, Jemma Rodriguez, and Radha Yadav, and gave them. I don't know if the prize money was given, but at least it has been announced, which is quite.
They gave them check.
They give them check. Yeah. So the prize money has also been given. So yeah, I think this is good enough. Jemmy in any case is flying off tomorrow to Australia to play in the Big Bash heat. I've written in the Mumbai Mirror today. So the girls I think will slowly now जिनको जो overseas leagues में खेलना है, Big Bash में खेलना है, वो those players would have left accordingly. At a later date, maybe something will be organized for them. ठीक है ना, BCCI will, I'm sure ये जो 51 crores का check है ये एक गाजे बाजे के साथ एक function में दिया जाएगा. But as of now, I think ठीक है.
You mean in a controlled atmosphere?
Yeah, in a 100% in a controlled atmosphere. Because right now, my own brother was staying in Delhi in the same hotel where the girls were staying when they went to meet the prime minister and the president, and he was saying the security was unbelievable. It was very, very tight. So which is obviously, and there was tremendous amount of media at the in the lobby, and a lot of fans gathered outside. So you're looking at a very, very chaotic situation if you go public and sort of go with a big bang celebration right now. It can wait. The BCA will, I'm sure, organize something, but in a much more controlled and like that.
But Gigi, I want to ask you, if India wins the T20 World Cup in Ahmedabad in 26, the men's team, will we have a similar reaction from the BCCI? I'm asking as a
100%. See, 24 was something different because it happened after a long wait, and chalo idhar bhi long wait hi tha, but it was just that the RCB incident had not happened, Chandresh. That so nobody knew the ramifications, what could happen if all this goes wrong and if all this is horribly planned, like in case of RCB it was. As I said, Mumbai and the Maharashtra government, and they have been far more efficient in organizing these kind of victory celebrations. But then still you don't want to take a chance. What if there's that one time that there's a lapse and suddenly people break open the gates of Wankhede and far much more crowd comes in than actually planned. You need at least 5,000-6,000 policemen to organize something like this. So I think 24 was pretty well controlled. I was there covering that event. It was very well controlled by the MCA. The gates were sort of locked down at the right time, and no more people allowed inside. Still, I could see a lot of chappals, a lot of sandals and slippers near the stands, and it was sort of a bit scary. So the mass of humanity can cause a stampede. So why create a situation like that?
Okay, Didi, Shanu Kamal has a super chat for you. He says, board of Thala's last IPL, Thala will play full cycle even in 27. ABD recently said Kohli will play 27 World Cup, then IPL 27 to 30 cycle as well. Can't see IPL without Chinnaswamy man.
He has said it, then it must be true. Like there's no point. Like,
but
he is giving me the information, so I will accept it. What do I have to say? Fine, okay.
Even Surya Kumar Yadav in some interview on YouTube has reached out to ABD saying, please help me, I'm out of form. I also want to play ODIs. So that is also that
Yeah,
collaboration.
yeah. I don't know why Surya said that, because Surya will never play ODIs again. Like these kinds of things, he can keep away from it. He knows, he knows at the heart of it, his heart, that he will only play T20 cricket. It will be great if he plays. Great for him if he plays beyond 2026 World Cup. I'm not very sure.
Gigi, will Surya play for Mumbai in Ranji Trophy?
No, he won't. I really have my doubts. I really have my doubts. I think his red ball career is definitely done with. I think बहुत ज़्यादा उनको sort of passion भी नहीं है. He's focusing on his white ball career, and I mean white, specifically T20 career, and maybe ODIs. Maybe there's still he harbors an ambition, but definitely not red ball. I think it is wise on both the parties to sort of end his white ball. I mean, not for him to not play in the Ranji Trophy. Because it's not like he's making a case for a test recall or something. That's not going to happen. So might as well give a chance to a youngster and allow him to, express himself and make stake a claim for a berth. So like that. I don't think that rule applies to him that domestic cricket खेलना ही पड़ेगा, Ranji Trophy खेलनी पड़ेगी. For him, that rule will apply. But if he has to, that he has to pain Syed Mushtaq Ali and Vijay Hazare, but definitely not the Ranji Trophy. And I think the Mumbai selectors are very clear that they moved past him now.
Steve Ticolo, a blast from the past. Nitin has a super chat. He says, Gill IPL number myth. Last 3 years, power play IPL strike rate. Gill 137, Rohit 154, Kohli 159, Jaiswal 171, Abhishek 195. Modern opener needs to utilize power play truth. At the other end, we've got another super chat from Abhinav Kumar, who says those trolling Gill for his Gold Coast knock must bear in mind that it was he who scored 37 runs at the strike rate of 185 in Canberra. So we've got two differing opinions about Gill. Now he's dividing opinion, much like Harshit Rana. What is your take?
I think Aaron Finch made an interesting point in the mid match yesterday. He said that uh, you know let's hold our horses before passing judgment on Gill's knock. It may just prove to be a match-winning innings on this surface. So let's cut him some slack here. I think he recognized that this is not really a 180 190 pitch, and he buckled down. And unfortunately for him, that delivery from Ellis was disguised well and did not bounce enough, because I think he had committed to playing a big shot there, and he got bowled, and he was just about starting to fly when he got out. But I think under the circumstances and the kind of and the kind of pitch that we had, he played the right kind of innings, and the the person who had earlier on given us the strike rate figures, I always look at a combination of strike rates plus the amount of runs that he has scored in a season. So if you total a 135 strike rate with a 600 aggregate or a 500 plus, then I think that's a massive contribution.
Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo has a question. Kiska kutta hai ye? Let me tell you, everybody, it's Mr. Dwaipen Datta's dog. He agrees with whatever was said by Nitin. So that is settled for for now. The question now for you, Didi, and this comes from PNAK47. सर, इज देयर एनी बिटरनेस बिटवीन जायसवाल एंड अगरकर गंभीर, क्योंकि जायसवाल को इंडिया ए गेम्स भी नहीं मिल रहे.
India games, I think they have. Jaiswal is in the T20 side, right? He's in
No,
the
no, no,
T20.
He was
no,
in the
no.
He's
ODI.
not in. Oh,
No,
achha,
he's
he
in the
was in the
ODI side.
ODI team, but he's not in the T20 team. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like Jaiswal though will play the test matches. There is no doubt about that he will play the test matches. I don't. So he could have played this game also. There was no problem in him playing this game, because
They're
you're
playing a
seeing
virtual
what.
test 11 actually. They're playing a
And
virtual test 11.
yeah, and probably they wanted to expose Abhimanyu Ishwaran again. Like I don't think after this match you will never discuss Abhimanyu Ishwaran. 2 zeros in 2 innings. Like is a reason why he is not discussed but when it comes to selecting the final
But,
test 11.
but
Three
did he
coaches have not.
yesterday I saw with Orani and with a couple of other ex TUI employees also. There's a
Hmm.
sense of like a joy that Abhimanyu Ishwaran is failing again and again, especially from the eastern part of India. Why is it?
From the very state for which he plays for.
Ah,
They're not. I don't think the state bias comes in. Like I see the three consecutive coaches have been unable to fit him in into the playing 11 when he has been traveling with the team. So there must be something which is sincerely wrong with the boy. As much as he tries hard, like otherwise, you tell me why three coaches have not played him. So there has to be something which is not there in his game, and his ability to fail in matches just before the big game is unmatched. Every time he does it. The India A game before the Australia series, he failed. Here, 2 zeros. And after this, the fact that he is still in conversation is a big thing. Had it been 10 years ago, like that player's international dream would have been over. He would have been playing Ranji Trophy with a very serious, and that is about all.
so basically you're saying July 2026 when India is in no, August 2026 when India is in Sri Lanka for the two test matches, he won't be the third opener.
Should not be like it's enough. Like you can see what here there are players who are good domestic players who are not meant for the next level, who are good Ranji Trophy. There are many players, most of the Ranji Trophy stalwarts are great in Ranji Trophy, but have not got runs on the international circuit. Like Ranji Trophy stalwarts are not necessarily Test cricket stalwarts. So
But they
we
are
can accept.
necessarily World Cup winning coaches also.
Yeah. Because there is also another part of it because they understand the grind of the sport. They know what it is to struggle. Like Amol's case is a it's a fascinating case. Like he has been through. He was like just knocking. Amol was really unlucky not to play Test cricket. Like Amol Muzumdar, I really feel for him. Like Amol Muzumdar never even got a chance. Like that is the sad part, and he had those 3 4 not been there, he would have played. But then, yeah, but the fact that the way he has learned his game, brought those elements into it, that positivity in his approach, all those things shown through, na. Like Chandrakant Pandit, why is this a good coach? Because of his understanding of the domestic circuit. Sulakshan Kulkarni, the, those are the reasons. These guys understand cricket very well, but they are not necessarily great international players.
Gigi, Steve Ticcolo has another super chat. He says, sorry, with batting depth till 8, you don't need opener to bat till 20th over. Opener's job is to hit out in power play, which Gill is not capable of doing.
हाँ गिल इज नॉट केबल ऑफ हिटिंग दो बट गिल तो करता है यार ऐसा नहीं है ही प्लेज प्रॉपर क्रिकेटिंग शॉट्स एंड देयर इज ऑलवेज स्कोप टू गेट रन्स थ्रू प्रॉपर cricketing shots and he has scored a lot of runs in the IPL and in T20 format in the past. I think वो थोड़ा सा with every failure that added pressure थोड़ा सा और वो lot of chat around वो थोड़ा सा वो हो रहा है and plus this whole hurry to fit him in वो सब उससे थोड़ा सा मुझे लगता है गड़बड़ हुआ but he'll find his groove I'm sure यार he's a class act no doubt about it. So we'll find his room. और coming back to that जायसवाल thing, one more thing I wanted to this thing वो जो A में नहीं खेल रहा है A टूर पे जो किसी ने पूछा सज्जन ने तो वो because he wanted to play but then he was told कि आप रणजी ट्रॉफी खेलो and you gain match practice. Right now India A रणजी ट्रॉफी everything is the same. जो कि मुझे सरफराज के केस में बोला गया कि सरफराज अगर रणजी में अच्छा करता है that too will be considered. This is the second match of this A series was I was told very clearly is for the guys who are directly playing in the test match who wanted to play badly in this game कि सर ये मैच तो खेलने दो so that we prepare properly for the test series because it's against a good decent South African side and everybody wants the hit because that series is going to be not that easy. It's not South Africa not going to be West Indies so everybody wanted to prepare well including Yashasvi but then he was told Ranji Trophy and he did well. He scored 167 and 156 in that match so like that.
Steve Ticcolo has another super chat. Nitin, and he says Ishwaran is not lucky to have friend like Rohit Sharma who made Sky an ex-Test cricketer. Shame for likes of Amol, Ishwaran, and other domestic stalwarts. Just carrying on the point that uh, he made earlier.
I would want him, this Mr. Steve Ticolo, to maybe go on previous records and see what one of the former selectors, Mr. S. Sharath, went through. I don't think he even played for India A.
No.
Yeah, yeah. So and he also was a domestic stalwart. So sometimes it's just the pack of cards that you're dealt with. Uh, he- People like Sharath, people like Ishwaran still has played a lot of India A cricket and even led India A. But it's just and even today I saw. I mean, in both innings he got out to similar deliveries, incoming ball with pace, beaten by pace. And as Vaipan said, that three regimes could not consider him good enough. There's something called as not passing the eye test. You have to pass the eye test to really catch the attention of the team managements in this day and age. So maybe Ishwaran has not been able to to pass the eye test, uh, over three successive regimes, and it's just unfortunate that he has failed at. It's similar with Amol. I think even in Amol's case, he used to fail in games which had these board presidents 11 versus the tourist sides. There was a game in Baroda, I think, just before South Africa came here in 2000, where he failed. Fani de Villiers, I think, got him out. So you know,
Oh,
it's
so
when you perform.
Kaif played in that place, is it?
Kev played well. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Kev played. Lakshman
Ah,
played well. So
Kaif
so
got into the
and
test team,
yeah,
right?
and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and 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 so he, these are these are cricketers who, unfortunate, they have not performed in the games that really mattered just before an important tour or just before an important game. um, like Ranji knockouts also, I don't know whether his record has been great. So you see how players like Sarfaraz and all have performed, no? In big games they have delivered, yet he has not been able to break through. So you can say that, yeah, he is X is better than Y is better than Z, but in case of Iswaran, I think this was sadly his last chance.
Okay. There's a question for you, Didi, from Ravi Shahab. It's a super chat. He says, "What is ODI and T20 future of Rishabh Pant?"
Mm, I think he should be playing ODI cricket, right? But ODI, see, as long as Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are playing, there is the, this the slots are very less. So even when I say that he should play, where will he play? Where will I find a place for a Rishabh Pant if Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are playing? Because you are not going to drop KL Rahul for no reason. So you are not going to drop Shreyas Iyer for no reason. So where is the slot? Show me the slot. If those two go, then that chatter can begin. Then that conversation can begin whether he has a chance of playing or not. And T20 cricket at the moment, Rishabh hasn't done enough to of late to deserve a chance in T20 cricket at the moment. If he has a fantastic IPL, then going forward, maybe I don't know. But right now, T20 looks a bridge too far for Rishabh at the moment. Right as of today.
Okay. Steve Ticolo is continuously sending us super chats. Thanks a lot, Mr. Steve Ticolo. He says, "It's about who deals those pack of cards, not cards." Nitin. He's in a very philosophical mood. He's got a lot
Yeah,
of time
I
as well.
mean, yeah, and he's right here, but I feel that he uh, what can you do if you can only go out there and try your best, but if it's not happening, and it's not been happening over course of 4-5 years. So I mean, you had cricketers like Ranade Bose and all who went on tours, who stayed there for 2 months, but the captains and the coaches were not impressed. And Ranade Bose was a very successful bowler at the domestic level, but he could not impress the
Ranji Trophy
selectors
highest
to
wicket taker for 2 seasons, two back-to-back
exactly
seasons.
exactly and so and but if the team management felt that no, we don't believe that this guy is capable of delivering when it really matters. And who, and let's be honest, who was he competing with on that tour in 2007? We had RP Singh, we had Srishant, we had Zach. So
See,
where would he?
Ronodev was told that he will play the third test match at Oval, but
Yeah, yeah,
on match day morning, finally Rahul told him at the 11th hour, Rono, you are not playing, Srishant is playing.
Srishant. Yeah,
He still, yeah, he still has that grouse or whatever that he doesn't have.
correct. It's similar to what Rohit said to Sanju Samson on the day of the T20 World Cup final. He said, "You're in," and then suddenly he went in, and then he said, "No, it won't be fair on the guy just to give him the final because we've been sticking with Rishabh for all this while." So he went with Rishabh, and you know, and
And
Rishabh
Rishabh
taking that, yeah,
played a
and
part
taking
in
that
his
time
injury
out,
break.
taking that time out to disrupt the rhythm and eventually get the wicket of class. And so yeah, I mean, let's be what can I say? Let's be practical. Let's be sensible here, and the fact and Mr. Steve Piccolo, I just want you to look at his record in the Ranji knockouts. Yeah, so maybe DD and GG will be able to enlighten me better, and I don't think he's done really well in Ranji knockouts, especially when the conditions have been a bit challenging.
Okay, one more super chat. Dikshita has sent the super chat for you, Mr. Gigi. He says, or she says, comparing Gill with Kohli is Babar fan-ish. Kohli is two-time T20 World Cup player of the tournament 2014 and 16, final player of the match, and Bradman chaser, while Gill is in doubt for his first T20 World Cup. Remember, Gill has not come close to selection in the last three T20 World Cups 21, 22, and 24.
हाँ बट विराट कोहली नेवर स्कोर्ड 700 रन्स कुल मिला के बनाए 754 रन्स इंग्लैंड में विराट कोहली ने पूरा अपना करियर मतलब जितने 3-4 बार गए वो
नहीं, but he scored a
मैंने
lot of
एक
runs.
नहीं बनाए वो।
598 कुछ बना है ना 2018
हाँ
में,
हाँ
598.
पूरा
Yeah.
मिला के मतलब 754 क्रॉस किया होगा उन्होंने इंग्लैंड में नहीं किया होगा तो
but
फिर
which is very difficult.
तो लेट्स नॉट गेट इनटू दिस डिबेट कि कौन अच्छा है कौन बुरा है बिकॉज कई जगह पे विराट कोहली भी फेल हुए हैं और कई जगहों पे आई मीन ऑब्वियसली वाइट बॉल ग्रेट है विदाउट डाउट ठीक है ना बट हैविंग सेड दैट आई थॉट T20 वर्ल्ड कप ही वाज his innings of 76 in the final was here and there. If he had lost, then as Nasir Hussain said, that innings would have been blamed for slowing us down. But that we won, and that innings was glorified. So like that, it ended up giving glory to India. So and Gill was not there because there was far more stiff competition in those 3 years that this thing So you cannot blame Gill for not being there. I mean and Rohit and Virat have also had elongated careers, unlike the people before them. ठीक है ना सचिन तेंदुलकर ने नहीं बोला कि मैं एक और वर्ल्ड कप खेल लेता हूँ 15 का भी खेल लेता हूँ क्योंकि मैं लास्ट टाइम फाइनल में जीत तो गया था लेकिन ये एक तमन्ना रह गई थी तो इसलिए एक और लाइक दैट द गाय सचिन एंड रोहित केम इनटू द टीम सॉरी विराट एंड रोहित व्हेन दे वर in their teens or they were 21 22 like that in all the formats. Here you have people waiting for a long time, people like Yashasvi Jaiswal, because these two guys are still there. So difficult to judge these people who have been waited for a long time for their opportunity in various formats. Give them some time, whether it is Gill, Yashasvi, or whomsoever, because Virat and Rohit have had extended careers of and greatness which has sort of extended, and then they are now themselves also trying to extend that career, extend that greatness. So like it's futile to compare. Yeah, Gill is Gill. Let him be Gill, and Virat is Virat. वो दोनों को कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते. Gill has done what Virat could not, and Virat has done a lot that Gill will never be able to achieve. But to compare and say कि वो उसने वो क्यों नहीं किया, वो उसने ये किया था, I think it's a completely useless point. And Babar से तो please Gill को भी नहीं compare कर सकते. Gill is a I think far better batsman than Babar.
Okay, Abhinav Kumar has one more super chat, this time again on Gill. And this is for you, DD. He says, just before England tour, Gill made some changes to his technique. Since then, we have seen his rise in test, but a dip in white ball. Your thoughts?
It is a very valid question, and for this example, I will bring in an old example that was of M. Vijay. M. Vijay, when he started around 2009-10, he was a fantastic T20 player, but he has lost his ODI test form completely. At that point of time, W.V. Raman told him that you decide whether you want to be a T20 star or a test player. If you want to be a test player, your bat has to come down straight. It cannot come down from the gully region. And and you have to have a better idea of the off stump. Those adjustments he made, and he became one of the most underrated best openers of Indian cricket in his last 5 years or 5 6 years of international cricket. M. Vijay. Shubman Gill, the focus is a lot more because he's Shubman Gill, and yes, Shubman Gill has made adjustments. His bat is coming straight. He's playing cross much lesser now. The cross bat shots are even in T20 cricket. He plays cross bat much less, like, and his bat comes down straight. So it can be a factor why he is not scoring in T20 at the speed that he was scoring when in earlier IPLs, because yes, he has made a significant adjustment to his batting after the Australia series, which Sitanshu Kotak also said in a press conference that I wanted him to do some adjustments, and I was happy to see that he had done it himself when he came to the England tour. And I would say that if he becomes a better test batter and becomes a slightly lesser T20 player, which leads to the demise of his T20 international T20 career, I won't mind, because we need uh, a test a great in Shubman Gill more than a T20 superstar, because we have many superstars in the stable.
Before I go back to Nitin, Gigi, your comment about Gill has stirred a few people. Abhishek Sindwani says, जीजी भाई, इंग्लैंड की इस बार की पिच तो देखो और फिर गिल को डिफेंड करो. 2018 इंग्लैंड पिच, गिल 100 रन भी नहीं बना पा रहा था पूरी सीरीज में. और शानू कमाल एज अ सुपर चैट, ही सेज एसआरटी नेवर हैड 500 रन्स टूर एनीवेयर, सो गिल बेटर देन एसआरटी. ये क्या लॉजिक है भाई? Any day 593 VK against England 2018 is greater than 754. With 593, second highest scorer was 340.
अरे यार, अब यू कैनॉट कंपेयर. आई मीन वो जो गिल ने किया वो सीरीज में. टू गो एंड ब्लेम कि वो उस टाइम पे ऐसा था वैसा था. वी स्टिल लॉस्ट दैट सीरीज 4-1 आई थिंक, और 4-0 समथिंग लाइक दैट. 4-1 and here we drew 2-2. For me that is a big achievement. In a place where we have not won a series since 2007, and at a crisis time when two of your greats had retired, he stepped in, took the captaincy and took the bull by the horns and scored hit that 267 run knock. Wickets were flat. I understand bowling was obviously not the same after Anderson and Broad left. Okay, but he was there and he did that. He delivered when it mattered the most. For me, that is what matters. Conditions और ये सब वो ठीक है. I understand, purists will keep talking about it, but मेरे हिसाब से वो सब, I think it's more about temperament and delivering when it really matters, and that is why Gill has been rewarded after that, by the selectors and the team, by the coach, कि अब चलो आपने वहाँ करके दिखाया, आप ये भी लो, because you are the future of Indian cricket. So that is the message that is being given to him. Whether some fans were still stuck on past I mean not past grades, you can't call them this thing, but they're still sort of. You have to move on. Yeah, there will be new. Someday somebody will come who will do better than Gill also in England. So these things will keep happening, but you cannot keep stuck. कि अरे रोहित ने ये किया था, विराट ने ये किया था, तो अब तो मतलब कोई नहीं, जो बाद में आ रहे हैं ये सब ऐसे ही बेकार बैट्समैन है. That I will never buy that logic. Cricket moves on, the game moves on, new people come, they will do new things.
इसलिए राज साहब ने कहा था बड़े प्यार से, कल खेल में हम हो ना हो,
हाँ,
गर्दिश
बिल्कुल।
मचारे रहेंगे सदा.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल,
है कि नहीं,
absolutely.
नितिन? Nitin, am I right in saying that?
absolutely. And this whole logic of उसने ये किया था, उसने ये किया था. You can only play the bowling attack that's in front of you, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
you can't say that अरे जेम्स एंडरसन को लेके आओ और इसको लेके आओ.
So we are just human has just thrown a challenge to TOI Sport. He says, challenge to TOI Sport. Gill scored 700 runs plus in England, but 2 London tests where there was a movement, he couldn't cross 25 runs. So in New Zealand 2026, even if he scores 100, I'll give TOI $1,000 super chat.
अच्छा,
It's just challenge.
इनको पूछो जरा विराट कोहली का क्या रिकॉर्ड है न्यूजीलैंड में?
Same,
2020
ये से स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो इसका.
और वो 2020 में क्या रिकॉर्ड है जब वो कोविड के पहले जब इंडिया न्यूजीलैंड गया था, विराट ने क्या किया था? आई रिमेंबर टू हिज कोच एट डीवाई पाटिल स्टेडियम. आई थिंक यू वर देयर.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you something. The last 2 New Zealand tours before IPL, 2014 and 2020, have been total disasters, but no one talks about it because we immediately switched to
और उसमें
IPL.
विराट कोहली के स्कोर्स क्या है जरा वो बता दो इनको.
Absolutely, मतलब as in he dropped 2014. Nitin will remember he dropped a sitter of.
2014 India उतना बुरा नहीं खेला नहीं था. Like it was a tight series, but
he dropped a sitter of Brendan McCullum.
yeah.
अच्छा, I don't know
But
that.
his own bowling.
Straight mid-on sitter. And then I told
2.5
Brendan,
days.
I told Brendan that I hope you're taking Virat out for a party because he went on to score 300 plus.
Yeah.
वो तो ठीक है, catches can be dropped, but I don't think with the moving ball in New Zealand.
Ishant Sharma also dropped a seater of his own bowling. Brendan McCullum was dropped thrice because I woke up at 3, as in I was awake to see India win, and then that wicket never fell. McCullum and Watling.
If Brendan McCullum would have played baseball, India would have won that test match.
And you know, in the first test match in that series, India came back strongly, but in the second innings of New Zealand, they allowed Neil Wagner to score runs, and that proved to be the difference in the end, in the chase.
अभी नील वैगनर से किसी ने कंपेयर किया था. नील वैगनर से I did that. I was in that event. I forgot. Somebody compared an Indian bowler to Neil Wagner.
Must be Siraj.
सिराज, या सिराज को कंपेयर किया था नील वैगनर से केन विलियमसन ने. या नाउ आई रिमेंबर.
Dikshita has one more super chat, and she says, and this is for Gigi once again. So based on 754 test, he'll play T20 at test strike rate.
क्यों टेस्ट राइट रेट? कहाँ इतना क्या मतलब उन्होंने क्या पुजारा मतलब कुछ
बोल दे, दिल की बात आके जुबान पे जीजी.
नहीं मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इट्स नॉट लाइक ही बैटेड एट अ पुजारा. आई एम सो सॉरी टू चेतेश्वर पुजारा, वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट बैटर्स इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट, बट ऐसा कोई बहुत ज्यादा स्लो कोच की तरह नहीं खेले यार वो. I mean, it's okay. He'll once he finds form, he'll be far more quicker. And I've seen him score a 50 ball 100 in Ahmedabad. पता नहीं कितनी बार और पहले शो में बोला है और कितनी बार और बोलना पड़ेगा. लोगों की याददाश्त बहुत छोटी है हमारे देश में. बस वो इमीडिएट अभी तो लास्ट 2 सीरीज का याद रहता है लोगों को.
Okay, we are getting a few super chats. I'll quickly take those super chats. Ayush Jindal, Nitin, this for you. Your views on India A felt RP as captain was excellent.
Yeah, he got the right bowlers on. Although I thought that he allowed that partnership, that 8-wicket partnership, to flower a bit too long, and because that guy was taking chances. Ackerman kept on taking chances, and I thought that he could have been a little bit more creative at that time once 20-30 runs were leaked. But I think he's given a good account of himself.
Okay, one more super chat. This is for you, Didi. This is from Shanu Kamal. He says, VK drawn that Baz test with 100 versus New Zealand in New Zealand test match. It's basically going down memory lane.
That's 2014. That which test match?
The second one.
The fourth innings, he got 100. Fourth innings, he got 100, but then, yeah.
By then the test match was over.
But the test match was over. By then.
वो तो मैच हम जीतने वाले थे. I remember New Zealand was in a losing position, and then McCullum and Watling
They should have lost.
out.
New Zealand should have lost both the test match.
Yeah.
The first test match, India got all out for 100 in the first innings, but fought back in the second innings and lost by 50 runs. Dhoni was there batting.
30 runs. 30 runs.
He was number 10 to last man to be dismissed, if I am not wrong. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
Gigi, one more super chat. Steve Ticolo. He says, Gigi, VK scored 241 runs in 3 innings in New Zealand 2014 with 1 century, 250. He was highest scorer for India. We lost because of not motivated Thala captaincy. And
Oh.
okay, and one more comment from Introspect 623 who says, Gigi, VK has 12 tons in Sena, even more than Dravid's 11. Please have some shame and respect. Only Tendulkar's 17 tons is highest by an Indian. Gigi, you have done what Pratyush did the other day with Rohit's fans.
Set the cat among the pigeons. Bring it on. A lot of it is in Australia on hard bouncy wickets where he loves to bat. And what kind of a tour did he have the last on the last Australian tour? Please don't talk about the Perth 100 which came when India was somewhat 300 for 2 or something when he came into.
but Gigi, till 2021, till pre-COVID, that 5-6 year phase, Virat Kohli anywhere around the world was incredible. Just that it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
he was.
5-6 year,
I'm
5-6 year
just saying-
phase. It was not a
Yeah, yeah.
15-year phase.
I'm
It
saying
was a
that for his
5-6
fans,
year
yeah.
phase.
My only problem is that for his fans to go on and on about कि गिल फेल हो गया वहां पर विराट चल गए गिल फेल हो गया अरे भाई गिल विराट has also failed in overseas test matches and on overseas
बिल्कुल.
tours. My point is that so instead of picking out on Gill again and again and bringing him down, that is a very negative attitude to have and to be fixated on Virat Kohli's successes. That is my issue with these fans. I mean, ठीक है, Virat has also had his share of failures.
Like Virat Kohli, the way
He
he
will
failed
also have
in
his
that
share of success
England
in that
series in
period.
2014, many would have probably lost their places.
Yeah,
137 in
absolutely.
5 test matches.
And Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are also generational batters. You will not get batsmen like them. They will be Abhishek Sharma. He's a generational talent in T20 cricket. Maybe you will not get another talent like that. He's just so effortlessly converts a ball into a 6 ball. So like that. It's just one of those rare things. Which
Okay, there's one more
pointless
comment.
to keep fighting.
Rakshya Bharadwaj, he says, Gill score in semi-final plus semi-final final score बता. विराट कंसिस्टेंसी सेमीफाइनल फाइनल में अकेले जिताया है और सिंगल हैंडेडली जीता है. शुभमन क्या किया बॉस, एक सीरीज में 700 रन बस.
अरे उसके अलावा जब न्यूजीलैंड होम सीरीज में बहुत किया उसने यार जब वो होम व्हाइट बॉल क्रिकेट ही डिड अ लॉट व्हेन न्यूजीलैंड केम हियर इन जैन 23 और समथिंग दैट 100 इन T20 मैच डबल 100 उसके पहले वनडेज में वो पूरा सीरीज में बहुत रन बनाए उसने. इट्स ओके यार ही स्कोर्स इट्स नॉट लाइक ही सेज मेकिंग इट साउंड एज इफ ही इज अ टेल एंडर मतलब these fans
पर 40 तक खेलने दो, फाइनल भी जीता देगा.
Okay, Shanu Kamal has a super chat. He says, he says, sir, बात तो T20 की चल रही है. Where in his first World Cup 2012, VK was India's best man. 2014 player of the tournament, world's best. 2016 player of the tournament, player 2022 top scorer, 2024 player of the match. And Gill?
Chandresh, there's a fun part of it, but then he was not there in the 2007 team, 2009 team, 2010 team. Like somebody
They were
was
not-
saying that he was
they were
not
not
considered.
He was not considered. For 2
Just
years,
as Shubman Gill,
Dhoni did not consider him for
just as Shubman Gill was not considered for the couple of World Cups. So hota hai na, like he was also not considered.
तो गिल को खेलने तो दो T20 World Cup before you judge him. Allow him to play one T20 World Cup. He's not even played, poor guy. I mean, this will be his debut T20 World Cup if at all. बेचारे की फॉर्म तब तक रही और वो रहा टीम में तो
So basically, last comment ले लेता हूँ मैं. He says, Introspect says, after hearing GG, now I am convinced Gill is Messiah of Indian cricket. He will lead India out of dark ages of not winning World Cup.
कौन सा वर्ल्ड कप सब तो वर्ल्ड कप जीत गए अभी.
नहीं, ODI वर्ल्ड कप जीतना बाकी है ना.
अरे ओडी वर्ल्ड कप तो जीत अरे यार 2011 में जीता अभी 23 में भी ऑलमोस्ट जीत गए थे तभी तो हमारे दोनों खेल रहे हैं ना हमारे दोनों मसीहा खेल रहे हैं अभी.
वो कह रहे हैं कि वो आपको सुन के वो कन्विंस हो गया. जिस तरह से
Super.
गीत के कहने से कन्विंस हो गए थे वो लोग, वैसे आपको सुन के
अभी
अभी
दोस्त, if Gill leads us to WTC Championship final, I'll be very happy. वो एक रह गया है, बाकी तो ठीक है,
Yeah.
हो गया सब बाकी.
That's
WTC
more
final, Gill
valuable
leads
actually.
us to it, then I will talk to all the fans again. If Gill leads us with a 100 in each innings, जैसे वो बाउमा ने किया कुछ, मतलब I mean not 100, but बाउमा did well, right, in that final.
या
Yeah.
एक टांग पे.
एक time, and Bauma also proved a lot of these of his critics of his wrong by the way he played in the final, because there were lots of, so Gill's inspiration should be Bauma.
स्टीव
Okay.
स्मिथ ने बहुत बुरा छोड़ा था एक कैच.
हाँ.
सीटर, डॉक्टर
Bauma
सीटर.
ने Bauma
Okay.
ने
हाँ.
Steve Smith
Steve
of
Smith.
Bavuma.
okay.
Bavuma was 0 at that point of time.
Okay, interesting. अच्छा.
Okay. Ramlingam Shankar and this GG, you have just set the cat amongst the pigeons.
अरे बंद करो इसको यार, चलते रहेगा रात भर, लोग बोलते रहेंगे.
Ramlingam Shankar says, GG, how come Gill is a bechara?
Why Bechara? Because people are comparing him to Virat Kohli again and again. That is why I feel he's a Bechara. Allow him to just be be Shubman Gill. Give him time. He will develop into a better batsman, better captain, and give him that time. He's shown glimpses. My thing is that you're trying to again create a Virat Kohli. वो नहीं होने वाला है. Allow him to be a Shubman Gill. Virat Kohli was an exceptional talent. It's like asking another Shane Warne to be produced in Australia, which will never going to happen. It's like asking another Tendulkar to be produced, which will not happen. He was a product of that time. Similarly, Gill is a product of this time. So,
okay, final question for you, Nitin. It's a super chat from Ravi Shahab. He says, will RP remain in ODI or Jitesh will replace him? Rishabh Pant.
I think if with Shreyas out, I think that spot will be Rishabh Pant's, because I don't think he has really done very badly in one-day cricket. In fact, he scored one of his finest hundreds
in England.
He along with Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
In that Manchester. Was it a series decider? It was, right?
Yeah.
Series decider. Yeah. So I think. He's done well. He also had a couple of good innings here in Pune against England in 2021, that COVID series. So I think he hasn't really done justice to his talent, but I think he'll be a fine replacement at number 4 for Shreyas Iyer.
Okay, let's see what happens. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. It was a fairly long discussion today. All thanks to Shubman Gill, because he divides opinions like no one else right now. Thankfully, we moved on from Rocco to Gill. Rocco and Harshit Rana to Gill. What a transition. Thanks a lot, all three of you. We'll have more to discuss tomorrow, hopefully. And let's see what happens. Steve Piccolo has not forgotten. He says, DD remembers Thala taking India to number 1 in Test. Kohli kept it India at number 1 for 6 years, but still Gill will be Masiha for Test cricket. Shame. So this Thala, Gill, Rocco, Harshit Rana, these are the...
The fact that Gill, Thala and VK are being discussed in the same sentence says the story.
Okay, one final thing. Does any one of you trade in stocks?
I don't.
Okay, because we have a question from somebody who says, which kind of stock Gill is? Blue chip, penny or small cap, mid cap or large cap? We'll leave that to the viewers at large to answer. That's it for today. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. And thanks a lot to everyone watching. Like, share, subscribe and comment on all our videos. We'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully reviewing a Gill performance in the 5th and final T20 Internationals. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Goodbye and God bless.
Thank you.